Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to First Commerce Accountancy online classes. Let's move to solve the next sum relates to journal entries. Now we are solving ninth illustration relates to journal entries. And we know that now how to classify the accounts, how to analyze the particular transaction and all. Let's move to solve this. The transactions are like this. 2017 December 1st, business started with the cash. How we can pass a journal entry for this transaction? Before that, we should find out the two different accounts which are involved in that particular transaction. Already we discussed about how we can find out the two different accounts. When we are starting business organization, there if the owner invest capital or invest cash, that is called as capital. So one account is capital, another one is cash, because business started with the cash. So here two accounts, one is cash, another one is capital. Cash and capital. Cash shows increased value, capital shows increase. Cash comes under asset, capital comes under capital. Increase in asset is to be debited, increase in capital is to be credited. So first we should write debit aspect, cash account debited to capital account. Capital account. Business started with cash. Mention date 2017 December 1st. Amount 1,20,000. Okay. And move to the next one. Biz opened a bank account rupees 4 lakh. What are the two accounts involved in that? One is when we opening a bank account, we should invest, we should deposit some cash. So cash, another one is when we depositing cash into our bank shows increased value. So cash shows decreased value, bank shows increased value. Increase in asset, here these both are comes under asset. Cash and bank both are comes under current asset. So increase in bank means increase in asset is to be debited, another one decrease in asset is to be credited. So we should write debit aspect in the first line. So how we can record bank account debited to cash account. What is the narration? Opened a bank account. Opened a bank account. Date 2/12. Amount 4 lakh. Clear? Close the transaction. And next one, goods purchased for cash. They clearly mentioned they purchased goods on cash basis. So here two accounts are involved in that. One is purchase. I told that here goods is considered as purchases. Purchases comes under expenses. So to purchase something, we have to pay cash. So cash shows reduced value or increased value. Of course, cash shows reduced value. Our expense shows increased value because we are from time zone limited or time zone trader. So we should analyze the transaction with the viewpoint of time zone limited, not from the personal viewpoint. Getting my point? So here when we purchase something, our expense shows increased value. Another one, our cash shows decreased value. So what are the two transactions? One is purchase, two accounts, one is purchase, another one is cash. Cash shows decreased value, it comes under asset. according to the rules of according to the rules of asset, decreases in asset is to be credited, and according to the rules of purchase, increases in expenses is to be debited. So here two aspect, debit and credit aspects was attempt. So purchase account debited to cash account. What is the entry? Purchases account debited to cash account, because we purchase some goods based on cash transaction. By paying cash, time zone trader purchased some goods. So here narration like this: purchased goods for cash. Close the transaction. What is the date? 4/12. Okay. Next 10/12 paid cartage. This one, paid cartage. Cartage means it's an expense for the organization for transporting goods from one place to another place. Organization have to pay some amount. So paid cartage. So cartage is comes under expense. So here two accounts, one is cartage like stationery or any wages or salaries. We should consider this also under expenses. So cartage, and to pay cartage or coolie we have to pay what? Cash. Means organization have to pay cash. So cash shows decreased value. So cartage means comes under expense, increases in expense is to be debited. Cash shows decreased value, comes under asset. Decrease in asset is to be credited. Clear? So according to the rules of rules of debit and credit, we should record debit aspect in the first line, which is debited here, cartage account. So cartage account debited to cash account. In bracket, narration, cartage paid. Cartage paid. Purchases amount 12,000. 12,000, here also 12,000. And next one, cartage paid 500. 500. And move to the next transaction. Goods sold on credit to Lara Traders. Goods sold on credit to Lara Traders. Person name or the entity name is mentioned in that transaction, then we should consider that transaction as what? Credit transaction. It is not cash transaction. Goods not sold or based on cash payment or cash receipt. Here transaction based on credit. Okay. So goods sold on credit. When your organization selling goods that is on credit, then it is considered as liability or asset. Yes, many are saying that it is comes under asset. Yes, correct. Why? Because we are selling goods to someone. In near future, we will receive that amount. Say for example, in the based on the cash transaction, goods sold on cash. Then two accounts which are affected in that transaction are that first one is cash, another one is sale. At that time, cash shows increased value, sales also shows increased value, means sales comes under revenue, correct, right? So here, according to this transaction, instead of cash, we should write the entity name, because that transaction relates to credit transaction. At that time, we need to record the entity name as debtors. Getting my point? Debtors. If creditors are there in the organization, then only it is considered a liability. When creditor will come, when we purchase goods from somebody or from other entity that is on credit base, then it is considered as liability for the organization, treated as creditors. But now in this case, we are selling goods to someone. We are selling goods to Lara Traders based on credit, means Lara Traders have to pay that 25,000 amount in the near future. They agreed to pay in the near future. So that's why instead of recording the transaction under cash account, means cash, we need to mention the Lara Traders name. Getting my point? One is sales, another one is Lara Trader. One is sale, another one is Lara Traders. Who is Lara Trader here? Debtor or creditor? Here Lara Trader comes under debtors. Debtor comes under assets. Creditor comes under liability. Whether Lara Traders or our asset shows increased value or decreased value, it's showing increased value. Correct, right? So sale comes under revenue. Revenue shows revenue of the business shows increased value. So increase, according to the rules, increases in revenue is to be credited. So here Lara Traders asset, increases in asset is to be debited. So how we can write? Instead of writing cash, we should write Lara Traders name. Okay. So here this one paid cartage 10-12 and goods sold 12-12. Lara Traders account debited to sales account. Sales account. Increase in revenue is to be credited. In bracket, goods sold on credit basis. Credit basis. Amount 25,000. 25,000. I'll erase this. It's just for rough work. And continuation. We need to record the next transaction in the journal. Draw the format again. In your notes, it comes under continuation. Okay. So the next one is cash received from Lara Traders rupees 10,000. Actually, we sold goods, that is on sold goods to Lara Traders worth rupees 25,000. But few days later, the Lara Traders paying cash to the time zone traders rupees 10,000. But here we cannot consider that remaining amount as discount received or discount allowed, because here the sentence is not continued like in full settlement of his account or her account. Clear, right? Just we are receiving some amount worth rupees 10,000 from Lara Traders. We are receiving. So at the time of receiving, our cash balance shows increased value or decreased value. Yes, when we receive something, then our cash balance shows increased value. Lara Traders considered as debtor, right? Because we sold to Lara. She is asset, that trader, that trading industry or that trading firm is considered as asset for the organization, but that same asset showing decreased value. Correct, right? So cash received or cash shows increased value. Before that, mention the date. 16 goods cash received. 14-12 cash received. Increases in asset is to be debited. Our cash showing increased, our cash is showing increased value. So cash account debited to Lara Traders account. Why Lara Traders account is credited here? Because Lara Trader is considered as debtor. Always debtor comes under current asset or asset of the company. So but 25,000 worth asset now reduced to 15, means 10,000 amount is reduced from 25,000. So decrease in asset is to be credited always. So cash received from Lara Traders. What is the amount? 10,000. 10,000. Clear? Clear? Move to the next one. Goods returned from Lara Traders rupees 3,000. After few days, goods returned because of some mistake, damage or any other reason, goods returned to the seller. That's why that is considered as what? Sales return. Sales return. How we can record the purchase? What is the journal entry for purchase return? Purchase, when purchase is credited, then when purchase is debited, then purchase return should be credited. So here also, always we record or we enter the sales transaction under credited, means here sales account is credited. Now sales return should be debited, means what? Decreasing in a revenue. What is the rule of revenue? What is the rule for revenue? Increases in revenue is to be credited, decreases in revenue is to be debited. So here sales, when customer returning goods to the seller, then it means reduction in the revenue. Reduction in the revenue. So decrease in revenue is to be debited first. So sales return account debited. Who returned goods to the Time Zone Limited or Time Zone Trader? Lara Traders. Lara Trader is considered as what? Debtors for the organization. Now in that debtors value, again some amount shows reduced value. So how we can record that particular transaction? Like this: sales returns account debited to Lara Traders. Lara Traders account. Mention the date. Goods returned 16/12. 16/12. What is the amount? 3,000. 3,000. Goods returned from Lara Traders. Lara Traders. Clear? Move to the next one. 18/12. Very simple. Paid trade expenses, like stationery or any other expenses. Trade expenses paid by the organization. So easy to find out the two different accounts. Can you say the two different accounts involved in that particular transaction? Yes, we can say the two accounts. One is trade expense, another one is cash. One is trade expense, another one is cash. Clear? Okay. Paid trade expenses. So here what are the two accounts? One is trade expense, another one is cash. So when we are when organization need to pay something, then that company's or that organization's cash shows reduced value. So decreases in asset is to be credited, increases in expense is to be debited. So very simple. Trade expenses account, trade expenses account debited to cash account. In bracket, paid trade expenses. What is the amount? 700 rupees. 700 rupees. Okay, next one. 1912-17. Goods purchased from Tara. Goods purchased from Tara. Person name comes or entity name comes, then it is considered as credit transaction again. So what are the two accounts? One is Tara because she is creditor for the organization, and next one is purchases account. So increases in expenses is to be debited. Again Tara is considered as creditor. What is the rule of credit? Creditor comes under liabilities. What is the rule? Liabilities, according to the liability rules of debit and credit, increases in liability is to be credited, decreases in liability is to be debited. Whether here just analyze liability increases or decreases. Correct. Liability shows increased value. So how we can record the transaction? Purchases account debited to Tara's account. Purchases account debited to Tara's account. Goods purchased on credit. What is the amount? 32,000. 32,000. And next one, paid stationery. Paid stationery. What is stationery means what? Stationery comes under expenses or income. It's purely expense for the organization, because purchase of pen, pencil or eraser or any other stationery items considered as expense for the organization. So stationery and cash. To purchase stationery we have to pay cash. So cash shows reduced value, expense shows increased value. How we can record? We should record the debit aspect in the first line. According to the rules of expense, increase in asset is to be debited. Here which increase in expenses is to be debited. So here expense is stationery expense. So how we can record? Stationery account debited to cash account. To cash account, stationery purchased. Stationery purchased. Write the amount 1,200. 1,200. And move to next transaction. I'll erase this. What is the date? Stationery purchase 2012, and move to the next one, 25/12 cash sales. What is the entry for cash sale? Revenue increases along with organization's cash volume or cash balance also shows increased value. So when we are selling something, we will receive cash. So increase in asset is to be debited, increase in the revenue is to be credited. So the entry is like this: cash sale 25/12 cash account debited to sales account, in bracket cash sale, or sold goods for cash. Cash amount 12,000. 12,000. Okay, and the next one is drive for personal use. 29/12 drive for personal use. What is the entry? What is the meaning of drawings? When the owner of the business organization withdrew amounts from business organization, that is for personal use, then it is called as drawings. So drawings affected to capital account, correct, right? So that's why drawings comes under capital account. When we withdrew some cash as a owner of the business organization, then our cash shows reduced value, along with our capital also shows reduced value. So according to that, two accounts are involved in that particular transaction. One is drawings account and another one is cash account. Drawings comes under capital account, cash comes under asset account. So what is the rule of capital? according to the rules of capital, increases in capital is to be credited, decrease in capital is to be debited. Increases in asset is to be debited, decreases in asset is to be credited. Clear? So now when we withdraw something, our capital shows decreased or increased value. Our capital shows decreased value. So we should write debit aspect in the first line. So decreases in capital is to be, firstly we should write the debit aspect. So drawings account debited to cash account. Withdrew cash for personal use. 29/12 10,000. and 10,000. Okay, and next one is 30/12. Here cash means paid to Tara rupees 31,500 in full settlement of her account. Cash paid to Tara. So actually we purchased some goods from Tara, that is on credit basis, worth rupees 32,000 here. This transaction is linked to this one. Okay, so here 32,000, actually we have organization have to pay that 32,000 in the near future. So on 30, after few days, on 30th/12, that time zone trader paid some amount to Tara, and just by paying 31,500 rupees, they closed her account. Okay, so in the sense what, 32,000 pay ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, but we paid only 31,500. Remaining the deviation amount 500 is considered as what? Discount allowed or discount received. That is what? Discount received. So discount received always recorded as discount received comes under incomes account. So according to the rules of revenue, income, revenue or in gain. Okay. So increases in revenue is to be credited. Okay. So here paid to Tara. Here that for this transaction we need to pass double compound journal entry. Like Tara is considered as creditor. Now decreases in creditors. Decreases in creditor is to be credited, means here paid to Tara. Here see that this transaction, goods purchased from Tara. Okay, she is creditor for the organization. Okay, creditor, and now we paid to Tara. We paid to Tara. So our cash shows reduced value. Correct, right? Cash shows reduced value, and Tara's account, see, Tara account debited to 31,000 in full settlement. Tara's account shows 32,000, but we paid cash only 31,500, and another one is the remaining 500 rupees is considered as discount received. Discount received. In bracket, paid to Tara in full settlement. It is called as compound journal entry. Clear? The last step is totaling the account. So total it and write the amount here. Clear? Before that, first just by seeing the transactions, we need to classify that, means we need to identify the two accounts, and after that we need to classify the accounts. After that, analyzing the transaction means analyzing the account, like whether that particular account shows increased value or decreased value. After that, application of rules. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.